Hello, my name is Daniel Miller. I'm the host of the Discipleship Conditioning podcast, as well as the Biblical Anatomy podcast. Both these podcasts are under the umbrella of Biblical Anatomy Academy. We are working to take the education that we have and disseminate it to everyone largely for free through podcast form and video form. And our goal is to help people understand that your anatomy truly is biblical. From Genesis all the way to Revelation, God tells us that our anatomy is biblical. We are the only creation that is truly designed in God's image. Now, apart from the sin of pride, that's something to truly be proud of. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for your support in the form of reviews and referrals, and I'd like to invite you to a donation page that we have here. And donations are important because a lot of people don't realize what it takes to run a podcast. I have a few notes here that I've tallied to kind of mark time investment and monetary investment on the side of the podcast creator. Now, in the beginning, these numbers were higher, especially on the time side, because you're getting used to something new. But after about a year of podcasting, we're at about a 3-hour time period to record, edit, and then publish. Part of that publishing is distributing, whether they be shorts or full-length videos, to all the social network platforms. It may have been the way that you found out about this show to begin with, and have since found the podcast side or the video side. Then with the management of all those platforms is at least 3 hours a week. So that's a reoccurring thing. Cost, on the cheaper side, is about a few $100s per year. And that's just for hosting. Much like a website, you have to have a hosting platform for your podcast that then sends your podcast out to all the major platforms that you watch and listen to the podcast on. And this is all done because God has called us to do this. We have education of about 9 years of collegiate experience, mainly in kinesiology, and that information dies with me. And if it dies with me, without me disseminating that information, the information is of no value. And so it is up to us to share the information that we have. And whether you take the information for free, I've been there as a college student. I needed as much of this information as possible, and I needed it for free because I didn't have a budget. We get that. Or if there's an ability for you to support and perhaps look into more things that we have to offer, we sincerely appreciate that. It's kind of an interesting structure with this free component, but then this investment of time and this investment of resources. So we try to make that up in other ways. So we provide a free resource because the message needs to get out to everyone. We need to be able to share the information that we have. But then we have a paid component to sort of balance things out, if you will. And then here we have our donation page. In the link below, or perhaps on the page that you're already on, we will have a link to a donation for either the Biblical Anatomy podcast or the Discipleship Conditioning podcast. You can select one of the preset amounts, or you can select a custom amount and enter whatever you would like. We thank you so much for considering this option, listening to what we have, reviewing what we have, referring what we have, and being interested in all things biblical anatomy. Again, we all have a calling in our life. This is ours, and we're so happy to experience it with you. Have a blessed day.